Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to the very first video of Football Knowledge. And in this one, I'm going to be doing the Premier League predictions of Game Week 23. So, yeah, let's go on to it, because there's quite a few big fixtures right now. So, like the Man United, Arsenal, that's going to be a big game. And obviously, I want to try to win because, you know, as you can tell, I'm a United fan with the hat and everything. But, you know, I'm just hoping I don't get copyrighted. I've got Guinness bloody jumper on at the moment. But right, let's get into the Saturday games then and predict them. The first game of the Saturday games on the game week 23. And the first one up is going to be West Ham against Sunderland. And I think that's going to be quite a tough game for both teams, because both teams did actually win the last week, I think. Yeah, because I am actually got some stats up right now, the pre-match form. They both did actually won in the last fixture, and I don't know who. I forgot who Sunderland beat, to be fair. Let me quickly have a look. Oh yeah, Crystal Palace, I think it was. Let's quickly have a look. Yeah, 2-1 against Crystal Palace. I think Palace ain't doing that bad now. Not doing great really, are they? Because of apparently the board of Crystal Palace are not actually helping Avila Glasner, that's in charge right now. And I think he's actually threatening to quit as well. I think there's so many managers quitting right now, like the likes of. Then they didn't quit; they got sacked. Like the likes of Maresca, Amorim. Unfortunately for him, because actually both of them actually went onto the board, didn't they? So that's why they got sacked, not because of the way they were playing. Actually, I think it was the reason for Maresca to get sacked, because how dropped in form Chelsea were, and obviously they were dropping down in the league, weren't they? Because they were fourth at the one point, and now they're like 6th, 7th now, I think. And so obviously Palace weren't getting, obviously Glasson weren't getting support from the board, and obviously unfortunately, the day before a game they were about to play Palace, they sold the captain Mark Gay to Man City, I believe, for 20 mil. That's cheap. That's a bargain, that is. But also, the last game that West Ham did actually play were against Tottenham, I think, and I think actually they did actually beat Tottenham, I think. Yeah, obviously they went through the FA Cup as well after extra time, which therefore they are actually through in the next round of FA Cup. Don't you talk about United, but to be fair, that was a pretty decent win for West Ham, because they haven't had a win since when they played against Burnley on the 8th of November. Because they were keeping drawing, losing, loads of draws at the moment. I wonder why they're in the bottom half of the league, and I think they're going to go down. I might actually do. I think they might actually go down, you know. But I'm going to predict a. It's going to be tough actually, because both teams are only just got the one win out of 5. So because it's quite tough, this is actually. I'm going to predict 2-1 Sunderland. 2-1 Sunderland. Next up, Man City versus Wolves at home. At the Etihad. I think there's going to be a big upset again, because City did actually lose against Bodo Glimt, didn't they, in the Champions League the day before I'm recording this, and also they did actually bottle it against Man United. Come on, 2-0. But I don't know what's going on. They keep draw with Man City. I don't know what's going on with Man City, because the pre-match the last 5 games they're keeping drawing actually. I don't know who they're keeping drawing against. Let's have a look. They did actually beat. I know they beat Exeter 10-1 in the FA Cup and Newcastle in the EFL Cup, the Carabao Cup, 2-0. But in the Prem, they're not doing great, are they? The last, well, in the 5 fixtures before the Exeter game, they did actually drew 3 games and got 2 wins, but you never knew what City were gonna be seeing on Saturday, are we? So, but obviously we got Wolves. Obviously Wolves are actually unbeaten right now, in the last 4 games by obviously beating West Ham, getting a draw against United, Manchester United, and obviously getting 2 more draws as well. But I think there's not gonna be an upset, or maybe I don't know. I think West Wolves gonna actually score 1. I think, and then I think it's gonna be, and then City maybe 2-1 City, 2-1 City. Stop. Fulham against Brighton, another tough game. I think not another tough game. Actually, yeah, another tough game, because I did say it with the West Ham versus Sunderland, because that's going to be another tough game. I can't remember who. No, 2-1 Sunderland, didn't I? So, but with Fulham and Brighton, they're a up and down team right now, ain't they? Just with Fulham just losing against Leeds in their last game, only by a last minute winner, I think it was, and apparently they were literally. That Leeds and Fulham were neck to neck, really, because how even it was, and obviously next goal wins pretty much. With like golden goal in FIFA if you were playing FIFA with your friends or whatever. But also with Brighton, they're even as well as an up and down team as well, because they can either one day they can be really good, and the other day nothing's working for them at the moment. But I think this is going to be another tough game, and I think it's going to be a draw. I think it's going to be. I think it's going to. I'm going to predict a 2-2 draw. Next up, Burnley versus Tottenham. Ooh, okay. Right. How am I going to predict this then? Oh, okay. Because both teams are not doing great, are they? Because obviously Burnley being in the bottom half again, and the bottom 3, and I think they're 19th at the moment. But also you got Spurs got likely to sack their manager in Thomas Frank. But the time I'm recording this, they actually did beat Borussia Dortmund. But I don't know if they're gonna get him sacked before this game. But by the time I put this out, because obviously I'm recording on Wednesday, and obviously they just played, didn't they? So I don't know actually, because the way Spurs are playing, they look like they're actually going to be really decent, but then they just bottle it for some reason. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if they don't trust him, Thomas Frank, or what, or the ball's not helping them, or what. But I have actually noticed that a clip of Dead Spence and who was it? Who was the other one? Romero or someone actually, like literally looked away from Thomas Frank in one game when it was like, when they came like shaking hands for like respect and everything on the full time whistle, and obviously they weren't having any of it. I think Dead Spence actually stabbed Thomas Frank's hand, I believe. But anyhow, I think this is going to be another draw as well, a 1-1 draw. Or actually, Burnley did actually drew against Liverpool, which Liverpool are not doing great either. But that's how I'm saying that Liverpool actually are in the top 4 somehow. But people saying, oh, they're crap and everything. I think this league's been one of the worst, because in point tallies anyway. Because you've got Arsenal running away from it now. But obviously they're dropping points now. I think they were only once, but they're still dropping in points because they drew last game, didn't they? But what a performance they had in the last game in the Champions League. Oh, I was actually watching it as well, and some of the goals that was being scored in that game. But I'm gonna predict a. Let's think. Let's predict a. That's what I said. I think I said it before. 1-1. Last game of the Saturday fixtures, and it is going to be Bournemouth against Liverpool, and I think this is going to be having quite a few goals in this game because both teams like to go pretty much go all attack and leave their defense wide open, but because I don't know what sort of tactics that Areola is playing with Bournemouth, because they conceding so much goals away from home, but in their like benefit of them, they're not doing like conceding that much at playing at home, but I think they're like the worst team away, like playing away for the most goals conceded. I think it's pretty insane. I think they're like about 30 plus goals conceding away. I think I need to double check that. But with Liverpool, I think they're unbeaten at the moment, but just having keep drawing a lot and obviously getting the one win out the 5 games they've been playing. But I think there's going to be quite a few goals in this, and obviously it's going to be the late game of the Saturday games. Obviously that's late night Saturday night games, football games usually tend to be really boring or really one of the best games you will ever see. But I'm gonna predict a 3-2 win to Liverpool, because there's going to be loads of games and loads of games. Obviously, it's going to be loads of games, loads of goals. Right, let's get into the next fixtures of the weekend, in the Sunday fixtures. And in this one, on the first big one, actually, I didn't actually know this was going to be a game in this weekend. Newcastle Villa, Aston Villa. Oh, 8th against 3rd, and I'm just hoping Villa do get a win here, because if they do, they will actually keep fighting for the league, because that's what I want, really. Let me look at the standings at the moment. They're 7 points behind Arsenal, because obviously I think Villa drew or won, or did they lose the last game? Did they lose the last game, Villa? No, they didn't. They did lose, actually. Against who? Who did they play? Who did they play? Who did they play last game? Oh, against Everton. Jeez, I forgot about that, actually. Obviously Everton going on quite good form. They're another team that goes, one day they're really good, one day they're really bad. But obviously, with Villa, they need to get a win right now to give them a chance to stay up in the top 4, because we need Villa back in the Champions League or the Europa League, or the Conference League like competitions, because I think that's where they belong. But also you got Newcastle winning 3 games in out of their 5 games they've been playing, that last 5 games. I think they drew against Burnley, was it? Or no, it was against Wolves. A good point for Wolves, that was. Wolves are actually playing pretty decent, but with Newcastle, I think they're getting quite a few injuries. I think because they haven't got their best back line at the moment. But I don't know what's going on. I don't know if the players are turning on Eddie Howe or what. But if I'm just saying that, because how consistent they can be. But obviously you've got 3 games in out of their 5, but that doesn't count how they are playing, if you get what I mean. But I think there's going to be another game where there's going to be loads of goals, or where Villa might struggle because all the strength and how intensity Newcastle can be, because of the midfield, because with you got the likes of Joelinton, Bruno Guimaraes, and Tonali, because that I think that's the best. I think that's going to be top 3 best midfielders, I think, in the Prem right now. And obviously you can't win just, but actually you can win the midfield, but obviously you need to score and defend much better, don't you? Because they are sitting in 8th at the moment, which is not great for them because how much money they got and how much money they've been spending. But obviously they've got that like cap thing where you can't spend as much, even though some clubs can, but. They should be they need to get back into winning ways again. Oh well, I need not say that. Keep up with the winning ways because they're another team. They're another team that are really good and that needs to be in the European competitions. But I'm gonna predict it's gonna be loads of goals again. Because you got Morgan Rogers being good on form because. The amount of goals been scoring from outside the box, and oh my god, what goals they are! And I'm gonna predict a This is gonna be a tough one again. I'm not gonna go for a draw. I know someone's gonna win from this. I think someone's gonna win in this one. Sorry, Newcastle fans. I'm gonna go 1-0 to Villa. I did say loads of goals. 2-1 Villa. There we go. Game of the Sunday games are 2 o'clock, and it is Crystal Palace against Chelsea. Another big game actually, because you got with Chelsea, you got a new manager in Rosnier. He's doing all right actually. He's only got a loss against Arsenal, but that's Arsenal for you because they can literally play have 3,000 different play styles to beat you at the moment. I know people want me to hate on Arsenal because they're at the top of the league and everything, but they're doing all right, and I guess. But with Palace, there's a chance of Glasner getting sacked or just leaving because he ain't liking how the board is doing him, treating him at the moment, are they? Is he? So, I don't think there's much to ask really because how bad in form they are. Right, both of them are right now. I know Chelsea did win in the last game, but obviously. I don't think Palace have won a game since when's the last time they won? Because on the form table right now, they haven't seen losses, draws. Obviously, they got that loss again. Obviously, got kicked out by Macclesfield FC in the FA Cup, which is a big, massive shocker, and obviously history making as well because. Obviously, they won the FA Cup last season, and they got knocked out by a non-league team, like United almost obviously did in the Carabao Cup. But when's the last time they won in the Conference League against Shelbourne? But in the Premier League, they beat Fulham 2-1 on the 7th of December. But since then, their form has been shocking, honestly shocking. Since then, coming losing, drawing. Lost 4-1 to Leeds on the 20th of December. Got kicked out by Arsenal in the Carabao Cup. It's not looking good for him, are they? Is it? But I think Chelsea are gonna actually get another win here from last time they got one against who was it? Who did he won? Brentford, which actually was a decent win for them because Brentford are doing all right as well, believe it or not. And I think they're gonna. I think Chelsea are gonna actually gonna not smash him, but have a comfortable win against them. I think it's gonna be a 2-0 win. Next final game of Sunday at 2 o'clock. It's gonna be Brentford against Nottingham Forest, and I think Brentford are gonna be actually getting another not a comfortable win, but not another comfortable win because they did lose against Chelsea. Unfortunate for them. Apparently they did actually play really well, but it's just unfortunate with Chelsea with their finishing because I think Brentford had so many chances and they couldn't finish their dinner. But before they got beaten by Chelsea, did actually got a decent form actually getting in the last obviously the game before the last they had 3 wins and a draw. It's not too bad, is it? But with Nottingham Forest, they are actually batting it out with West Ham at the moment, to not get relegated. They shouldn't get relegated because of the history they got and the big fan base they got. They're quite a big club, ain't they? So they shouldn't be going down the championship with all the money they've been spending as well. Because of I think it's a Greek. I don't know what his name, but I think the chairman actually owns Olympiacos. I think he's from Greece. I think the amount of money he's been spending on the club, on the team. But obviously he's one of those owners where they just buy players whenever they want and not getting advice from not taking advice from the managers. You know when the manager's asking for players they want, and obviously they reject, and then they sign players that the owners want. But I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be another hard game to predict because you got Forest can be brilliant on Monday, and then you got Brentford being brilliant, but they can't finish their dinner. But also you got Forest being quite bad sometimes. Obviously you got knocked out by who was it? Wrexham in the FA Cup as well. But I think I don't think there's going to be many clean sheets really in this game week. Actually, I'm gonna go 3-1 Brentford. I'm gonna be actually predicting quite big here. 3-1 Brentford. Because I can't change it. As soon as I say it, I can't change. So, the big one. The biggest game of the weekend, really. Because obviously you got Arsenal drawing against Forest. I think it was 0-0. And then obviously you got the big, massive win against with United against Man City, the rivals. Obviously, I enjoyed that game. And I hope I can see another big performance again from the big performance from Carrot Ball, as people liking to call it. But obviously I'm not getting too carried away with that performance because, with Arsenal, they pretty much can play like 3,000 play styles, whatever they want, and still win. They can either go a counter-attack, they can have a possession-based game, they can have play long ball all the time and still manage to win. But I do have actually got some family members and friends that don't like Arsenal, but I think we're going to lose, unfortunately. Or I don't know actually, because how great that win against City. I want to say that in my heart I want to say I want to win, but in my head I think it's going to be a draw. I think it's going to be a 1-1 draw, unfortunately. But I do in my head 1-1, but in my heart I'm going to. Am I going to say from my heart or my head? So my heart is saying 2-1 United. What should I pick? Because Arsenal are bloody brilliant. They're really, really good, ain't they? They did actually smash Inter, didn't they? In the Champions League, didn't they? And obviously, unfortunately, they couldn't finish their dinner against Forest because Forest basically parking the bus and then counter attack, and that's how Sean Dyche likes to play with his team, with a low block and everything. But obviously, we were playing a low block against City. Obviously, counter attacking them. That's the only way you can beat them, really. Man City, you just can't have a low block and counter really quick because I think Man City's players are actually getting slower, but also you got the injuries as well, and obviously their defense weren't great on Sunday, were they? But anyhow, I'm gonna predict I'm gonna follow my heart and go for a 2-1 win to United. Come on, United! Final game to predict in the game week 23 of the Premier League, and it's going to be on a Monday. Unfortunately, I don't like Monday games really. I don't really watch them, but I'm still going to predict it, and it is going to be Everton versus Leeds United, and this is going to be another tough game because Leeds are doing really, really good. I like how they're playing. I know it's coming from Manchester United fan and everything, but I just like how Leeds are playing right now. But obviously, you got Everton having Moyes playing how that he wants to play. Used to play with when he was managing Man United. How they were doing great, but then obviously weren't doing great because obviously depression and everything with being United coach and everything. Obviously that puts the pressure on the manager, and obviously he just crumbles. But I think Moyes is in his habitat, obviously in his habitat now, because obviously he did actually manage Everton in this like a few years back in the early 2000s, obviously. But it's going to be hard to predict really, because obviously Leeds did actually beat Fulham in the last game, and obviously Everton beat Aston Villa last in their last game, which actually boosted their confidence really, doesn't it? So I think it's going to be another tight game again. I think there's quite a few tight game fixtures this week. I think it's going to be another tough one, but I think Lee's gonna have a win here, because obviously they don't know how to stop with the intensity. They don't know how. I think before actually, I'm gonna predict a 2-2 draw. I think there's gonna be a draw in this. I'm sure. Right then, that's going to be my first predictions of this brand new channel I've made. Honestly, I do have another channel if you want to go and subscribe to that over there, and it's going to be Junior One Bulldog. Obviously, that's my main channel at the moment because of all the games and everything. But I'm just hoping I do get a few results properly correct, or like not the actual results, but the correct, not the correct score, but the correct results in a way, like winning or losing and everything. But I'm actually gonna like tally up, like if I get the points, like the actual score correct, that'll be like 3 points, and then if I get the result properly, like or win, loss, draw, 2 points, and then if I get close to the no, not close. If I get 0 points, it'll be 0 points if I don't get the result right at all. And I'm going to tally that up, and I'll obviously do a reaction video after all the games have been finished. But anyhow, if you like this very first video of this channel, and if you did, give me a like, and make sure you share this channel, and obviously subscribe as well, because it's going to be a big thing for me, because I want to start talking about football and everything. So yeah, hope you liked it, like my predictions. Obviously just comment what you would predict in the comments as well, because I want to see what other people's predictions are like really. Catch you in the next video.